Now the Church of Rome was in a dilemma. What were they going to do? What were they going to do with the teaching of the Reformers that the church was a whore? That the church had prostituted itself in the world? That the church that's supposed to be the bride of Christ had now become a harlot? What was the Church of Rome to do with this? Well, in Southern Europe it was effective to deal with it by pressure, the power of the armies, persecution, the Inquisition. What would the church do with it in Northern Europe? There's only one way to fight an idea, and that's with another idea. So the church had a council. It's called the Council of Trent. At the time of the council, in the early 1500s, the time of the council, the town was in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, a town called Trent, and is now in Italy in a town called Trento. It was the longest, most important council that the Catholic Church ever had. 38 years. Some of you recall the recent Vatican Council. It was called by Pope John the First or Third, whatever his name was, the jolly one. Called a council. It only lasted a few years. But that 38-year council was the most important council the Roman Church ever had, and really the top item on the agenda was, what are we going to do with the Protestants? How are we going to defeat their ideas? How can we deny everything they say? Protestants say that we are fulfilling prophecy right now. What are we going to do about that? There were only two directions to go. One was to say the prophecies don't apply now because they're all going to be fulfilled in the future. AntiChrist isn't here now. He's going to appear in the middle of the 70th week, in the time of the Great Tribulation. So he can't be here now. He's not coming to the future. So all of the prophecies were picked up and they were all thrown out into the future. That's called Futurism. Late great planet Earth. It's Futurism one into the other. In very little space. Things that don't deserve a passing look are magnified until they're a complete distortion of the prophetic truth. Hal Lindsey's book is laced with error. I find Seventh-day Adventists reading it and believing it. It's absolutely laced with error.